Hello students, today we will learn about an article. What is an article? An article is a written work published in a print or electronic medium. It is for propagating news or research purpose, academic analysis or debate. Generally, it is published in a newspaper or a magazine. So basically, an article is for propagating news or research or academic analysis, and it is mostly published in electronic media or print media. Let us see what are the format of an article. This is the format of an article. Number 1, heading. Number 2, byline. Number 3, body. Okay. So, what is the heading of an article? The heading should be catchy to the reader. It shouldn't be more than 5 to 6 words. You can make it as much creative as you want. Just make sure don't give too much time to it during the exam. Okay, so basically when you are writing the heading, it should be the catchy to the readers and it shouldn't be too much long. Only 5 to 6 words, and you can make it as much creative and interesting as you want. Byline. Byline means the name of the person writing the article. It is mostly given in the question. If not given, then you don't have to write your personal details. Byline. What is byline? It is the name of the person who is writing an article. So you have to write the byline also if asked in the question. Okay. Now, don't write your personal details while attempting question in exam. When you are writing in exam, you don't have to write your personal details, right? Then, body. It is the main part of article writing. It consists of 3 to 4 paragraphs. So here is the main part of an article, that is body, and it consists of 3 to 4 paragraphs. Okay. Paragraph 1. It is always better to begin with a short introduction of the topic. You have to tell briefly what your article is about. Please don't give much detail about your article. Paragraph 1 is all about introduction, and here you are supposed to write the introduction, not too much brief details. So here you are supposed to write a good introduction. Paragraph 2 or paragraph 3, here you are required to give complete details or analysis of the problem. You can also add current scenario or advantages or disadvantages depending upon the topic. You can develop cause and effect by supporting it with facts or data along with the consequences. So here what you can do, that you can add the problems, you can give the solution, or if you are discussing something, you can discuss the advantages or disadvantages also. Then you can add other relevant or related information. So your article should be full of information, and in paragraph 2 and paragraph 3 you can add this information. Paragraph 4. Here is conclusion. Here you have to conclude what you have started. You can never leave an article open-ended. If you are discussing about any problem, first mention the steps to control the problem. Secondly, suggest solutions as well. You may add your predictions or personal problems also. You can add quotation also to make your writing more effective. So you can add quotation in the article also to make it more effective. Now let's see a few things that can make your article more effective. Number 1, ask questions from the reader. Tell them a story using shocking quotations. Tell the readers to imagine. Share an interesting fact. Keep your article simple. Speak directly to the reader. Ask rhetorical questions. You can use different literary techniques, for example, the rule of three, alliteration, antithesis, emotive languages, modal verbs, or imperatives. You can also use technical vocabulary. So, in an article, you have to use the good language features. You have to use rhetorical question. You have to ask the reader to imagine. You have to share some story, right? So, all these literary techniques will make your content more and more effective. What are the points that you should remember while writing an article? Collect the guidelines, ideas, and make a list of them. Your content should be good. Always target the big audience. Do a good research on the topic. Avoid unnecessary information. Your article, the person who is writing an article should have the creative thinking, and his creative thinking should be very rich and fluent. Then, a lot of practice. While writing an article, you need a lot of practice to make it more effective. Then, what are the steps? Number 1. Think about the topic. Target audience. You can identify concerning reading group. For example, if you are writing an article about cooking, so you have to identify only the people who like cooking or who have some interest in cooking. So you have to target the particular people. Purpose. Find the objective or aim of writing an article. Collect and select. You have to gather information as much as possible, and you have to identify the significant detail. Organize. Arrange the information and facts in a logical way. Anyone can write a good content, but to organize it is also an art, so you should organize your article in a good way. Then, points to remember. What are the points that you have to remember while writing an article? Number 1. Use proper grammar, spelling, and punctuation. Then, vocabulary skill. You should write on a unique topic and write it in an interesting way. Keep the introduction catchy and short. Then, find the main goal of article. It can be providing information, entertainment, advice, or comparing. What are the common mistakes that people do while writing an article? Let's see. Not using facts or quotations. The language should not be too formal. Your language should not be too formal. Easy language for better understanding. Not using paragraphs. Some people write difficult language which is difficult for the people to understand, so you have to use the easy language. And paragraph writing is also very important, so your article should be in the paragraph. Expressing personal views too much. Avoid using points that only interest you and not the public. You should not touch the points that only interest you and not the public. So you have to keep in mind the interest of the public also. Not writing a good or logical writing. So your article should be good and logical. So while writing an article, you should avoid these mistakes. So here was the article writing. I hope you have understand it, and I hope you can do it in a good way. Thank you. Best of luck.